After a shocking claim rocked the world of hip-hop and love, Erica Mana claimed that men had given her drugs during a night that changed everything. Fans had barely finished processing Yandy Smith's recent breakdown, in which she cried on Levi, and claimed that Erica had slept with her husband, when she clapped back with an accusation that left viewers stunned. In an emotional voice note that surfaced just hours ago, Erica can be heard saying, "He gave me something I didn't know what was happening." She stopped short of saying, "What really went down, but the implication has triggered a frenzy online." Within minutes, Yandy Smith went live as thousands watched the live stream of Yandy screaming into the camera and calling Erica a lying snake. Emotions ran high. "You want to go there? Fine, we'll go there, you just crossed the line," she yelled, wiping her eyes and pacing back and forth. The drama has exploded beyond just the three of them, and fans are now wondering if Erica is telling the truth or if this revenge has gone too far. Everything changed when Erica's voice note leaked. The clip was brief, just under a minute, but it carried enough weight to shatter whatever fragile bond she had with Yandy. She said in a trembling voice, "He gave me something he didn't know what it was, but after that, I don't remember anything." Her words echoed across social media like a bomb had gone off, and within an hour, every gossip page reposted the clip, and fans were arguing in the comments trying to piece together the timeline. Was this the same night that Yandy claimed Erica spent with men? And if so, what exactly happened behind closed doors? Yandy's live streamed shortly after the leak, and it was anything but calm. She stood in front of her mirror, her face red with mascara running down her cheeks, and she yelled into her phone, "Don't you dare twist the truth. Don't you ever lie on my husband like that. This is my marriage, this is my children's father. You're playing with this ain't no storyline no more. This is my real life," she screamed, her voice breaking in the middle. Within minutes, the live went viral, with over 50,000 viewers watching Yandy fall apart in real time. She clenched her teeth and said, "This is my marriage, this is my children's father you playing with, this ain't no storyline no more, this is my real life." Fans flooded the comments, some encouraging Yandy, while others were shocked and perplexed. Some even started to wonder if what Erica had said was true. Meanwhile, Erica remained silent after the leak. Her team didn't issue a statement, she didn't post anything, and when things started. Before giving her something to drink, the friend wrote, "This statement only fueled the fire. The internet exploded with theories. Were Erica a victim? Was Mendeecees hiding something? Or was this just revenge from a woman scorned?" More cast members started speaking out. One anonymous castmate claimed they remembered seeing Erica leave Mendeecees' hotel room around 3 a.m. To settle for a moment, a close friend of Erica came forward with even more shocking details in a now deleted post. The friend claimed that Erica had told her about that night months ago, but was too scared to say anything because she felt like no one would believe her. She wasn't herself, the castmate, and I'm wearing the same dress she wore earlier that night, and appear bewildered. The following day, Mona Scott, who had been unusually silent during the chaos, finally broke her silence with a cryptic post titled, "Truth Always Finds the Light." Fans took that as a hint that the show's producers might know more than they're letting on, as there were rumors that there was behind-the-scenes footage of the night in question. According to some sources, cameras were rolling during a after-party, and if that footage leaked, it could blow the entire situation apart. As Yandy online behavior continued to spiral out of control, fans noticed that Mendeecees himself had not spoken. His Instagram went dark, his usual motivational post, and his gym videos disappeared. People began asking why Mendeecees' defense wasn't being defended. One fan wrote, "If he's innocent, why is he so quiet?" Others countered that he might be keeping quiet on the advice of his legal team, because they were afraid that this could become more serious than a reality show scandal. According to insiders close to Yandy, she was not eating, hardly slept, and had threatened to remove her children from the camera until the network cleared Mendeecees' name. She had multiple arguments with producers, accusing them of using her family for ratings, and she felt deceived. One insider revealed that she believed the show would protect her family and not allow her husband to be portrayed as a monster. But things only got out of hand when a fan shared an old clip from a reunion. Special. Remember what actually happened? The video, which had largely gone unnoticed at the time, was resurfaced with chilling implications later. Fans analyzed every word, pointing out how uncomfortable Erica looked during that same episode. The video quickly went viral, reigniting the debate and making the internet even more vicious. Late that night, Yandy's best friend posted a lengthy story defending her, saying, "Yandy gave Erica a chance when no one else would, and this is how she repays her. No, we're not staying quiet any longer." The loyalty in that post caused even more division. Some praised Yandy for having friends who supported her, while others called it a cover-up attempt. Then, out of the blue, Samantha Mendeecees' ex-wife and the mother of one of his children went live and said, "I'm not saying Erica's lying, but I will say this: when I was with Mendeecees, there were nights that didn't feel right either. I never spoke on it because I didn't want to destroy my son's relationship with his father." Her words sent shockwaves, and people started to rethink everything they had previously believed to be true. As the night went on, the situation felt more like a slow-burning fire that no one could put out, with each hour bringing a new revelation, a new post, or an old clip. The whole entertainment industry was watching, waiting, and speculating, but the most dramatic moment came when Yandy, after hours of silence following her explosive live, posted a picture of her wedding ring placed on the table with the caption, "I don't know who to believe anymore." Fans began comparing it to other high-profile scandals, and hashtags like Justice Fourier and Protect Yandy trended side by side. Even celebrities started to weigh in, with some suddenly supporting Erica, while others showed solidarity with Yandy. Fans were shocked when Yandy began to question whether Mendeecees was putting too much pressure on her. Comments were pouring in, with some urging her to keep going, some encouraging her to leave, and some wondering whether this was all part of a well-planned plot. No one knew for sure, and just as fans were struggling to deal with the emotional impact of that post, another clip surfaced that would completely change the storyline once more. It was from an unreleased confessional interview that Erica had filmed weeks before the scandal broke, and it went viral online. In the video, Erica sat on a velvet couch, her eyes glassy, and her tone quieter than usual. "I'm not sure if I should be saying this, but I can't keep lying to myself about what happened that night." She paused, struggling to gather herself, and Mendeecees gave me a drink, saying it was something to help me relax, and I trusted him, but everything was a blur after that. Her voice was raw, and her hands trembled as she spoke, leaving fans shaken. Yandy hadn't responded to the confessional video, but fans noticed that she had removed the picture of her wedding ring shortly after it surfaced. Was she hiding something? Had she seen the full interview before it leaked? Or was she finally realizing there might be some truth to what Erica was saying? Blobs ran with every possible theory, turning the already chaotic situation into a full-blown public circus. The clip ended before she could finish her story, but the damage had already been done, and people who had previously doubted her began to change their positions. Backstage, production on music was reportedly in a tailspin. Cast members were instructed not to speak to the media, and several insiders disclosed that Mendeecees had stopped attending scheduled filming days because they were afraid someone would confront them on camera. Additionally, show security was reportedly stepped up in case tensions erupted on set. One source called the atmosphere dangerous, stating, "You can feel it in the air, nobody trusts anybody anymore." Erica broke her silence with a mysterious post on social media, but Yandy stayed mostly off of it. "Gaslighting is when they convince you it never happened," reads the white writing on a black screen. In an exclusive interview with the Gossip blog, a former assistant to Mendeecees who had worked with him for more than a year came forward with her own story. She claimed to have witnessed him give an unmarked pill to a woman at a party. He told her it was just something to help her relax, but she then started acting strange as if she wasn't. Fans immediately took it as a direct jab at Mendeecees. The assistant paused before responding. "I wouldn't be surprised," when asked if she believed it might have been the same thing Erica had described. Fans were no longer wondering if Erica was telling the truth after this revelation added a whole new level of drama. Hashtags like Sarch expose Mendeecees and Ox Leave Erica began trending, and even celebrities who had previously worked with him started unfollowing him on social media in a discreet manner. The pressure was mounting, and everyone was waiting to see how Yandy would react. Would she keep defending her husband, or would she finally start asking questions herself? Behind-the-scenes insiders claimed Yandy was collapsing. One source stated she hadn't spoken to Mendeecees in more than a week and was staying at a friend's house with them and their children. An additional insider disclosed that Yandy had hired a private investigator to look into Mendeecees' past, particularly around the time he reconnected with Erica. In the meantime, Mendeecees finally broke his silence, but not in the way people expected. Instead of going live or posting a video, he uploaded a single black and white photo of himself in deep prayer with the caption, "God knows the truth." She is embarrassed, heartbroken, and unsure of whom to believe. The source claimed that her image, marriage, and brand are all on the line right now, and no matter what she says or does, someone will be furious. The comments were split right away. Some fans thought it was a desperate attempt to play victim, while others thought it was a tactful way to refute the accusations without explicitly saying so. Addressing them, the ambiguity only made matters worse. Then, late one night, a podcast episode featuring a former show producer was released. The episode had been recorded weeks prior to the scandal, but the producer hinted at some dark secrets involving the cast. Although he didn't name names, fans connected the dots and assumed he was referring to Mendeecees and Erica. Depending on which side you were on, the timing of the release couldn't have been worse or better. Now, under intense public pressure, Yandy decided to go live again, this time looking exhausted and defeated. She was sitting on her kitchen floor, wrapped in a hoodie, and she said softly, "I don't know what anymore. I want to think that my husband could never do this, but the things I'm hearing and the people coming forward are too much for me to ignore." She stopped to wipe away a tear, saying, "I need to protect my kids, and if that means stepping away from someone I love, then maybe that's what I need to do." Fans showered the live stream with messages of support, telling Yandy, "We got you, Queen. Stay strong. You deserve the truth." Others urged her to stop dating men right away, but the most frequently asked question was, "What happens now?" As if on cue, just moments after Yandy lived, a new message appeared on Erica's story. It wasn't a voice message or a video, just a single sentence written in white text on a red background. The suspense was unbearable, and once again, all eyes were on Mendeecees. The silence around him became even louder, and just when it seemed like things couldn't get any more chaotic, someone unexpected who had been silent for years suddenly decided to speak up. The person who came forward next was Samantha Wallace, Mendeecees' ex and the mother of one of his sons. She hadn't been involved in the recent drama at all and had kept a low profile for years, but when Erica posted that cryptic message saying, "I'm not the only one," she left fans stunned. Samantha obviously felt that it was time to speak up, and within hours she went live on her page. Although her tone was calm, her words landed like Renee's, and her expression was unreadable at first. However, some of you kept asking me if I knew what Mendeecees was really like, and to be honest, yes, I knew. She took a long breath, her voice tightening. "There's a reason I fought so hard to keep my son away from certain people, and there's a reason I distanced myself. I saw how he moved, and I saw the manipulation, which wasn't always physical. Sometimes it was emotional, psychological, and other times it was substances." The chat erupted with people requesting more details, but Samantha refused to provide specific examples. The web of suspicion tightened, and fans started connecting stories, timelines, and incidents that had previously been dismissed because of Erica's accusations. Although Samantha hadn't responded publicly to her live stream, sources said she was devastated behind the scenes. One of her friends allegedly told a gossip outlet that she was beginning to believe she never really knew Mendeecees and felt betrayed, as if her entire marriage might have been built on a lie. Producers from the show were reportedly scrambling, with some scenes from the upcoming season having to be re-edited, while others were pulled completely. The show's future was now uncertain, as rumors circulated that sponsors were threatening to withdraw. Dated back to 2021, the captions only said, "Proof." However, the lines, "He slipped me something," were clearly apparent despite being blurred for privacy. However, she remained completely silent, with no new posts, statements, or even a story. Insiders claimed that he had deactivated his main phone and was using a burner, and one person said that he was laying low in Atlanta staying with an old friend and refusing to take any calls from the press. While skeptics continued to question her motivations, her supporters treated it like gospel, and the comment section was full of messages like, "We believe you, and thank you for being brave enough to speak out." Producers claim that he even stopped speaking to Yandy, saying common acquaintances, "I need to clear my head, so it's best if we don't talk right now." But things only got worse when a video resurfaced from years ago showing Mendeecees on a panel discussion in the clip. He joked about how some women need to be humbled and that a little drink can change everything, while it was clearly said. In a joking tone, fans weren't laughing anymore. The clip spread like wildfire across social media, with people calling it a confession hiding in plain sight. It was reposted by celebrities, activists, and bloggers alike with the caption, "Believe women." In the midst of the confusion, "Look, y'all don't know what she's going through right now. Yandy is strong, but this is breaking her," said Camilla, Yandy's best friend, who went live to support her. "I've seen her cry and question everything, but don't come at her like she's part of this mess. She's a victim too." The producers of the show finally broke their silence with a vague statement that said, "We are aware of recent developments involving members of our cast. We take all allegations seriously and are conducting a thorough internal review." However, her defense did little to calm the storm, and fans felt Yandy needed to take a stronger stance and stop sitting on the fence. The statement did not name any individuals, and fans were incensed. As the drama intensified, other reality stars began to weigh in on Cardi's tweet. "These guys are smiling in your face and doing asterisk to behind closed doors, ladies. Don't ignore red flags." Others called for a reunion special that was solely focused on the accusations and demanded accountability and genuine answers. Cardi also threatened to boycott the network unless Mendeecees were taken off the show. Although she didn't specifically name Mendeecees, everyone understood what she was talking about, and a number of other influencers and former co-stars shared similar opinions. It seemed like the entire industry had abandoned him overnight, but then there was another shocking revelation. An anonymous woman contacted a well-known gossip blog. Claiming to have had a similar experience with Mendeecees back in 2019, she opted to remain anonymous and shared screenshots of old Dem's blurry photos of them together, as well as a chilling voice note in which someone who sounded like Mendeecees said, "Don't worry, baby, just trust me." Although nothing was verified, it added fuel to the fire, and fans were now wondering how serious the situation was. According to sources, Yandy was reportedly getting ready for a legal separation, and she had discussed with a lawyer about filing paperwork, not yet for a divorce, but to protect her assets and the children. In a live Q&A session with fans, Erica seemed more powerful than ever, hinting at a tell-all interview and possibly even a book deal. She didn't give specific dates, names, or events, but the promise of more revelations kept fans glued to their screens, and just when everyone thought it had peaked, a new voice entered the story. Someone who had been quiet the entire time, but whose opinion could turn everything upside down. The new voice that shocked everyone came from an unexpected direction. Men's own mother, Judy Harris. For weeks, she had maintained a low profile, refusing interviews, but she was a survivor of emotional betrayal. "I raised my son with love and respect," she said in a trembling voice. "But I don't know who this man is that they're talking about. If my son has hurt women, I need to know the truth too." She had been ignoring media calls and avoiding social media until the accusations continued to mount and the internet quickly descended into a frenzy of judgment. In a video that was uploaded to her private account and swiftly leaked by a family insider, Judy was seen sitting in her kitchen without makeup,
Bye.